49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, we kick off the fall season with thrilling opening night games from all around the Bay Area. We'll see Menlo Atherton take on Bellarmine, Orange Lutheran battles De La Salle, and Santa Teresa faces Pioneer.
We have great volleyball action with St. Mary's and Pinole Valley, water polo with California and Livermore, and the story of the Skyline football player and what he has overcome to play this season. This is the season premiere of 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in San Francisco where the SI Wildcats opened their season. The Cats with a new head coach this season, former USC assistant Lenny Vandermaid, looking to make his mark in the West Catholic League.
Dun, 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 dun. I hate that song. Good thing he's away from USC. A big test for the Cats on opening night as San Ramon Valley travels to the city. The Wolves coming off a trip to the State Division IIA title game. The Wolves return outstanding quarterback Luke Baker and top recruited linebacker Marco Jones. SI and San Ramon Valley Friday night.
The St. Ignatius student section all fired up for the big game against San Ramon Valley. The Wolves looking to get on the board first in the first. Luke Baker dumps it to John Powell Mendoza, who runs down the far sideline all the way inside Wildcat territory. SRV would score a few plays later, 7-0. SI answers back later in the quarter. Soren Hummel passes to Pierre St. Jean, who jukes one defender, breaks a couple tackles, and sprints all the way into the end zone. It's tied up at 7 after 1. SRV retakes the lead in the second. Give it to Mendoza, who dives into the end zone for 6. PAT good, and it's 14-7 Wolves. Then later in the quarter, handed to Mendoza again, and John Powell goes to the far sideline and turns on the Jets. 24 yards to pay dirt as San Ramon Valley takes a 21-7 lead. SRV on the attack again as Luke Baker finds a wide open Marco Jones in the end zone to give the Wolves a 28-7 lead. SI trying to respond back before halftime, but Mitch Bruno gets home for the big-time sack. 28-7 San Ramon Valley at the half. Second half now, and Luke Baker shoots it long and deep for Owen Scott, who makes the catch, and Owen is gone! 65 yards to the house, 35-7 SRV. SI looking for an answer, but great defense from the Wolves here as Will Catterton forces the fumble, and Jack Horton comes up with the loose ball, and SRV is back in business. SRV takes advantage of the turnover as Baker throws to Owen Scott, who shows off his speed, taking it all the way inside the 10-yard line. Then a few plays later, give it to Matthew Geribaldi for another SRV touchdown, 42-7 Wolves after 3. St. Ignatius on the board again in the fourth. Daniel Jung powers in for the score, but not enough as San Ramon Valley cruises to its first win of the season behind big games from Luke Baker and John Powell Mendoza.
A big crowd at Lee High School enjoying the opener for the Longhorns on a beautiful Thursday night. Lee coming out with a heavy dose of Cheyenne Shariat. The senior back takes the handoff, avoids a tackle, and he is gone 51 yards, diving into the end zone. 7-0 Lee Longhorns. Next drive, and here's Shariat again. A nice gain on the Longhorns' opening drive. And then later, same drive, Tyler Donaldson back to pass. He fires over the middle to Cam Chur, who makes the catch and a first down. Lee scores here, and it's Shariat banging his way in. 14-0 Lee in the first. Lincoln looking to come back on the ensuing kickoff. Jonathan Baker with a terrific return, weaving his way through the defenders, cutting it outside, but Chur with a touchdown-saving tackle, and Lincoln did not score. Second quarter action now, and here's Shariat again, disposing of several defenders. Shariat with 132 yards in the first half alone. Nick Velikanovs comes in for a couple of second quarter plays. A nice gain here, leading to another score, 21-0 Lee. Final moments of the second, Donaldson, a perfect strike to Michael Valenti, and it's 28-0 Lee Longhorns at the half. Second half, some life for the Lions. Desario Burciaga tosses out to Ronell Lawrence, who dives ahead for a first down. But the Longhorns eating up the clock in the second half. Donaldson to Shariat, who gets some yards through the air, 175 total yards for the 6'1", 225-pound senior, as Lee gets an opening night win, 28-0.
Let's head to the hardwood for some volleyball as Heritage battles Castro Valley. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. First set, Patriots looking to set the tone early as Chisholm Okafor is there with the BLOCK. Here come the Trojans now. It's Tessa Smith, the Maddie Lou to Lauren Owen. Ow! What a kill! Then it's Smith over the Sophie Ortiz, who rips it off the defender for the cross-court kill. Trojans take set 1, 25-17. More Trojans in the second set, and this time Dasha Barmina says, I got a block in me. Ooh. Lauren Au was unstoppable in this match. The senior led the Trojans with 16 kills, including this rip off the defender for the point. Castro Valley wins set 2, 25-14. Heritage looks to respond in set 3. Hope Hess bumps an excellent ball to Maddie Whitaker, who goes with the soft touch for the kill. But Castro Valley continues to pour it on. Tessa Smith takes advantage of an overpass, and Tessa drops the hammer for this vicious kill. And to top it off, Maddie Lou with a nice set over the Tessa Smith, and here comes the boom! And that requires a celebration at the end. Castro Valley takes care of business on its home court, beating Heritage 3-0.
A little Tri-County League interdivision play Wednesday night with Pinole Valley from the Stone Division taking on St. Mary's from the Rock. St. Mary's up 8-5 in set 1. Ashley Tobata receives the serve. Neela O'Sullivan steps up Kalea Fung, who tools it off the block. The Panthers with a 6-point run as Dallas Fa'afiu denies the Trojan shot. It's 13-5 Panthers. So PV looking to climb out of an early deficit. El Bahena to Gisela Banuelos, who lobs it to Hannah Solone, and that hot shot isn't coming back, but St. Mary's takes the win into the first set. London Crawford receives, gets in place for O'Sullivan, and Crawford hammers it home. Panthers up 1-0. Set 2, Trojans fighting. Gwen Lobes gets a hand on it. Allison Ip keeps it in play. It goes to Tyler Nicholas and counted. But set 2 belongs to St. Mary's. A big-time block from Cameron Bazile, and the Panthers go up 2-0 and looking for a sweep. Pinole Valley showing a ton of heart in set 3. Salone's serve grazes the net. It comes back in Trojan territory. Salone with the set to the back row. You don't see that too often, and Nicholas delivers the blow. The Panthers not going anywhere. A freshman leading the game in kills. That is London Crawford grabbing her 8th kill. The Panthers complete the sweep for their first win of the season.
The Reiches Center will bring us the Gary Reiches Players of the Week every week. The award based on performances in previous week's games. We'll bring you the first Gary Reiches Players of the Week on next week's show.
D-Line Constructors is a Bay Area leader in demolition, grading, paving, and site utilities. D-Line Constructors digs in with passion and brings us the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week. The first D-Line Defensive Play of the Week will be on next week's show.
We'll also bring you the U.S. Bank Coach of the Week award. 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk brings us that award starting next week.
Coming up, the top-ranked team in the Bay Area, the Sierra Padres, taking on the powerful Bulldogs from Folsom.
Then a Saturday matinee with the St. Mary's Panthers and Monroe Catholic when 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank returns.
How's the chicken?
Oh, the prawns are delicious.
Oh, I have a shellfish allergy.
One prawn, very good.
Did I say chicken wrong?
Tired of people not listening to what you want?
It's truffle season.
That's okay.
Never enough truffles.
How much are they?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm good. That
It's like a priceless piece of art.
Enjoy.
or when they sell you what they want?
Yeah.
The more we understand you, the better we can help you. That's what U.S. Bank is for.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
Love is at the center of everything we do. That's why we were the first dairy in the U.S. to become American Humane Certified. Because the care that we pour into our cows produces better milk. Clover Sonoma, the only dairy with love in it.
What will always remain true is getting sucked in the mouth. You can't handle that. Bring the fight to them today. Be pissed off about it. Here comes Bosa. Bosa! Samuel again. Debo Samuel's in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Secure your seats at 49ers.com/tickets.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. By Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Service Champions, high five service, champion attitude, service champions. By Mary West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. And by Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads.
A huge matchup in Week 1 featuring the top team in the Sac Joaquin section. Folsom taking on the Serra Padres, ranked #1 in the Bay Area.
The Padres made it to the state open division title game last season with lots of returning talent. The season opener is our first monster game. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
On your screen, I may be on a football field talking your ear off, but you gotta understand, this is paradise. When you got two of the best teams in Northern California going head to head, you're in for a treat as Serra takes on Folsom. For Folsom, there's a new quarterback under center. Meet Ryder Lyons. He's off to a strong start this season. Last week, he finished with 3 total touchdowns in a victory over Monterey Trail. Meanwhile, Serra is led by a talented quarterback in Maluaki Smith. He was our CCS Player of the Year last year, where he threw for over 2,600 yards with 35 touchdowns. Here we go. It's Serra and Folsom in our first monster game. First quarter, first play of scrimmage, and we got a double pass. It's Maluaki Smith, the Nanolatu, the Charlie Willie for an 80-yard touchdown. Oh my! Now that's how you set the tone early. On Serra's next drive, this time, Smith airs it out and finds Cole Harrison, and there he goes! A 60-yard touchdown for the 6'6" senior, 14-0 Padres. Still in the first, Padres continue to move the ball as Smith connects with Harrison for a big gain, and it would lead to this. Hand the rock to Danny New, and D-Boy muscles his way in for 6, 21-0 Padres after 1. Second quarter, Padres looking for one more touchdown before the half, but Elijah Gulvich says, hold up, wait a minute. Folsom gets the stop, and it's still 21-0 at the half. Third quarter, Folsom looking to get going on offense, but Danny New and Tommy Miller are able to get to the quarterback for the sack, shifting gears to the fourth quarter. And I'm telling you, D-Boy is someone to watch out for. He's going to make you pay. How about this strip sack, which would lead to this Taniela Falau fumble recovery? But Folsom's not going down without a fight. Why? They got Ryder Lyons. He finds Brian Ray III to move the sticks. Next play, Lyons uncorks this ball to the end zone and finds Damian Rivera for a Bulldogs touchdown, 21-7 Padres. On Folsom's next drive, Lyons, well known for making plays with his legs, and the sophomore scampers in for a Folsom touchdown. The Bulldogs cut the deficit to 7 with no timeouts. Folsom decides to go for an onside kick, and Cole Harrison is there to recover the onside kick. Serra kicks off the 2023 season with a victory, beating Folsom 21-14. We caught up with D-Boy, and this is what he had to say after the game.
Defensively, we did a great job. We did a great job offensively as well, but we just got some stuff to fix up on both sides. Fourth quarter, we could have had a better performance. We kind of let up a little bit. That's not of our nature, so we got to fix that up. But overall, I think we played it well.
In San Mateo with the monster game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Murrow Catholic traveling up to Albany to take on St. Mary's College High School Sunday afternoon. The Panthers with possession. The ball is handed off to Elijah Hines, and watch the big guy go. This is a 15-yard run for Hines. Missed point after makes it 6-0 St. Mary's. Hines isn't done. He comes up to play linebacker, and watch out, Elijah with a sack and a touchdown, and it's only the first quarter. The Murrow offense back on the field. Luka Oka hands it off to Peyton Collins, and the junior bobs and weaves, tripping up multiple defenders, being taken down after a whopping 45-yard gain. The Mariners are in business. Quarterback drops back and launches it upfield, but there to haul it in is Marley Filson. Filson with the INT, taking it back 10 yards the other way. But the Mariners return the favor in the second quarter. This time it's MC's Lance Mitchell with the interception. And here comes the Mariners offense. Oka to Peyton Collins. Some great blocking there from his line, and the junior picks up 35 yards before being tracked down by Miles Kettler. Stick with what's working. Collins gets the handoff again, but there's a big goal line stand from the Panther line, and it remains a 6-0 ball game. Next Panther possession, the snap is high, it goes rolling to the end zone. Jamison Ransburg gets the tackle in the end zone, and the first points of the season for Moreau come by way of the safety. It's 6-2 Panthers at the break. Third quarter, Filson gets the direct snap, and lineman Mason Young makes an opening for Filson to take flight. He gets to midfield and there's no defender in sight. Marley is also a great baseball player, but here he is putting his team on top 12-6 with a 70-yard run. And the Panthers D put the game on ice. Samandi Scott locked this man up for grand larceny. He takes the ball from the quarterback and falls in the end zone for the touchdown. St. Mary's wins game 1 of the season, 20-2, a huge defensive game for the Panthers.
The Presentation Panthers on the road taking on the Westmont Warriors in the season opener. Nikon Shadust on the call. Westmont takes an early lead as Orion Chang sets up Kira DeVita, who finds open space for the kill. The Warriors hold on to the lead and win set 1 when Rucha Chavan sets up the freshman Alicia Riddell for the kill. Set 2 was back and forth the whole way. Early on, Ava Ford sets up Ava Aviles, who gets the kill, and we are all tied up at 3. It remains tied until Megan LaPlow meets the Warriors at the net for the block and wins set 2 for the Panthers. Warriors lead in set 3 as Chavon sets it up for Riddell, who places the ball perfectly for the kill. Westmont goes on to win the set 2-1. Kiana Liggs gets one of her 10 kills after this set by Chang. Westmont takes a 15-11 lead. Here is Alyssa Grunenberg going up for the big block. Westmont goes on to win the set 25-15 and beat the Panthers 3-1 to start the season off undefeated.
Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning helps us honor students who perform well on the field while doing great work around campus.
This week we spotlight Sophie Ortiz from Castro Valley Girls Volleyball. Outside of volleyball, Sophie serves as a public relations manager for the school's marching band program while founding her own club called Cook to Connect, which specializes in cultural exploration through activities and food. Sophie Ortiz is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week, honoring Spirit squads all around the Bay Area.
Let's check out the all-star cheer team from NorCal Elite.
You want it, well, get ready to rage. Let me hear you say 5, 6, 7, 8. You want a new lover? Well, crank it up today. It's time to innovate in 5, 6, 7, 8.
Taking you to places that you never been. This ain't no game. New level got that thing that makes the world go insane. Got the whole arena singing, you can hear it now. When you turn this music on, you better bring it loud.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Tell me who's the fiercest of them all. Look for the logo and the aqua blue. It's new level, I thought you knew. Now hit those hills, 3 and 4. Turn the ball, 7 and 8. Smash that wig, 3 and 4. Run this gig, 7 and 8.
Coming up to San Jose we go for Bellarmine and Menlo Atherton.
But first, here is our preseason top 10 football poll.
Love is at the center of everything we do. That's why we were the first dairy in the U.S. to become American Humane Certified. Because the care that we pour into our cows produces better milk. Clover Sonoma, the only dairy with love in it.
From the beginning, Mara-West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
Mara-West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, Mara-West works for me.
Mara-West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
Mara-West Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
We are the Westmont Warriors, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank!
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium with the Bellarmine Bells opening their season with new head coach David Diaz-Infante now at the helm. Diaz-Infante, a San Jose State Hall of Famer and two-time Super Bowl champ with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, big guy and was a big-time player. The Bells opening with Menlo Atherton at home. The Bears are loaded with talent, including 6'7" tight end Alec Marshall. The Bears and Bells on Friday night. Here come the Bellarmine Bells at City College taking on the MA Bears. First quarter, the Bells' Connor Tripp trying one from 55 yards out. A towering boot that clears the uprights by plenty, 3-0 Bells. Second quarter, the Bells looking for more, but Devin Hyde busts in for the sack, part of a big defensive quarter for both teams. The MA defense playing great as well. Oscar Flo darts in front and picks it off. A nice return. The score still 3-0 Bells. The very next play, the Bells D steps up again. The pass deflected by Henry Clark, then picked by Noel Diaz. Another big play for the Bells D as Charles Swall lowers his shoulder, and Charles gets the sack. Final moments before halftime, and again the Bears D makes a big play. Kyrie Jett flying into the backfield, and it's 3-0 at the half. The offenses get going in the second half. Bells quarterback Parker Threet finding a wide open Dominic Grisels, and Dom is gone. 44 yards for the first touchdown of the game, and the Bells lead 10-0. The Bears looking to get back in it, but the coverage is great, allowing Josh Aguilar to come in and get the sack. Early fourth quarter now, and more Bellarmine as Threet takes it around the far side, and the senior quarterback races 23 yards into the end zone. The Bells take a 17-0 lead. The Bears battle back. Xander Eshelman under pressure sends a rocket downfield. Making the grab is Alec Marshall, a 30-yard completion. That leads to this Eshelman to Marshall touchdown. A great catch, and it's 17-7. 7 minutes to play as Eshelman sneaks this one in to make it a 7-point game, but the Bears would get no closer as Bellarmine gets the win, handing David Diaz-Infante his first win as Bells head coach.
California High School facing off against Livermore in the East Bay League opener Thursday. Cal High on top early. McKenna Diaz from beyond the 5-meter mark, and she nails the shot from long to make it 4-1 Grizzlies in the second quarter. Livermore looking for goal number 2. Jaden Helm with a short pass to Adeline Becerra, and that shot is good to go. 5-2 Cal with 3 minutes left in the first half. Delara Farahani throws long. A great pass to Kennedy Gann. Gann leading Avery Cross to the rack. Cross looking for another shot, but this time it is blocked by Casey Reel. Gann chases down the ricochet, and some great hustle leads to a goal. The Grizzlies up by 5 goals at the break. The Cowboys are the first to score in the second half when Gabby McClung fires on goal, just beating the shot clock and sneaking it inside the post. But the Cal lead too great to overcome. Nika Mijlesi from the middle of the pool. What a shot from the senior, her third of the game, as Cal goes on to win it 14-5 with 6 goals coming from Cross. Each week this season, Chick-fil-A will bring us stories of athletes who amaze us.
Jake Vanderbrook joins us now with the story of a Skyline football player who's shining on the field despite the obstacles throughout his life.
Thanks, Robert. Growing up has its bumps and bruises along the way. Devaje Watts never had a father figure in his life and lost an inspiring grandmother. Now, this young man is leading by example, both on and off the football field.
I need to the 10. Ready to go. Oh.
It's just another day on the gridiron for Skyline's Devaje Watts. Another day for this remarkable athlete to play the game he loves most.
I go hard every drive, every time. Say for my size that I'm very physical, and I just like to get to the ball no matter what.
I remember just going to a Target or a Walmart. My son always had to have a football. It would be like, oh, do you want this? Do you want a Batman toy? Always had to leave the store with a football. So we just always had a house full of footballs.
Devaje lives with his mother, Lorena. Lorena is a single mom. With no father in the picture, Lorena works very hard, taking care of Devaje and her 1-year-old son, Zion. During the week, Lorena commutes from Oakland to Sacramento, where she serves as a healthcare worker.
It was just me and my mom, and having a father figure would have really helped, but sometimes you can't get what you want. Well, the effort she makes is just great. It's wonderful because she's doing it for me and my brother. I'm glad to be her son.
It's been me and Devaje for 17 years before the baby. The things that we have gone through has also made him a strong young man.
Devaje's grandmother, Laurel, also played a huge role for this tight-knit family. But in 2004, Laurel was diagnosed with stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Laurel's battle with cancer ended in 2016. She was just 54 years old.
My grandmother, she was really everything to me. I really loved her too, so like the fact of hearing that she passed away just like hurts my heart a lot.
I wish she was still here to see the new baby, but you know, I know she's looking up, and I know she hasn't. I always say that she has a hand on Devaje because he's just so like motivated and just so strong.
Now, football is a way for Devaje to relieve all sorts of stress. He's playing with a purpose by honoring his family, especially his little brother Zion.
Zion really means a lot, and I just want to like make sure he's good and make sure he stays strong without that father figure.
As Devaje gets ready for his senior year, he's got some big shoes to fill. This determined senior expects to get a lot of playing time while being a mentor to his teammates.
He's going to get plenty of opportunity to show what he has on the field. I think Devaje is going to be making plays all over the field, but it's getting those other guys to step up to the level that he's at, and we're going to definitely be relying on him to be, like I said, an extra coach.
At the end of the day, it's all about leading by example. Devaje Watts continues to be a mentor for his family and teammates both on and off the field. Devaje is aiming for a scholarship. He wants to play college football while pursuing a degree in psychology.
Fantastic and doing very well. Mirror West Credit Union helps us honor teachers each week with the Mirror West Merit Award.
Here's Aaron Knapp from St. Francis talking about his favorite teacher, Michael Pulaski.
One notable one was from my freshman year, I had Mr. Pulaski, who was the athletic director at the time, and he was my religion teacher, and having him as a religion teacher, you know, being a man of faith of myself, you know, we were able just to talk about that constantly, and you know, I know he always has my back, and he's a super positive person.
Coming up, our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game with Santa Teresa and Pioneer.
And to the South County we go for the rivalry game with Gilroy and Live Oak. In case you're wondering, you are watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Young Tommy was born a champion and always up for a challenge. He pursued the patience, persistence, and problem-solving skills he still uses today at Service Champions. We're now offering a $68 AC tune-up with a free duct inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Your comfort is a puzzle that Service Champions will solve. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
It's a Labor Day like no other. Get the biggest deals ever at Mattress Firm. Introducing the actually really seriously best sale of the year for real. Look, we even put it on a hat. That's how real it is. Don't wait. Get a king for a queen price or queen for a twin price and save up to $700 on Sealy. Plus, get a free adjustable base. It's the actually really seriously best. You get it.
The right mattress matters.
We'll find yours. Mattress Firm.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, taking care of our guests one at a time. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By the Reicha Center, got goals? And by Sharks Ice, official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda.
This season, Chick-fil-A is presenting the sportsmanship game where each team will meet at midfield after the game and enjoy a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. The Santa Teresa Saints are competing in the Mount Hamilton division this season. The Saints finished in a three-way tie for first last season. Look for lineman Keaton Dietz to disrupt things from his defensive line spot for the Saints.
The Saints meeting Pioneer to open the season. The Mustangs are coming off Consecutive 8-3 seasons with speedy running back Jesse Herrera back for his junior season. It's the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game played on Friday night.
Here come the Pioneer Mustangs hosting Santa Teresa on a beautiful Friday night. The Mustangs in charge very early. Opening kickoff, it's Mason Mayer busting it right up the middle. A terrific return for Mayer. Toss it to 22, that's Jesse Herrera, and Jesse is an outstanding back running for a first down there. The Mustangs finish the drive as Herrera plunges in from short range, 7-0 Pioneer. Later in the first, the Mustangs driving again. It's Damian Flores sending a dart outside to Jaden Flores for a first down. The drive stalls, so in comes senior Giovanni Barajas, and this guy is good. A 47-yard rocket right through the uprights, 10-0 Pioneer. The Pioneer D playing well all night long. Flying in for the sack is Jordan Nunez there. Second quarter now, and Damian Flores heaves it downfield, hitting Kean Upton for a long gain and a first down. Later, same drive, handed to Herrera again. He goes one way, then decides to go back the other way, and that was a good idea. Here comes Jesse Herrera coming right at us and says, hey, I'm on Cal High. Jesse's second touchdown of the game, 17-0 Mustangs. Santa Teresa does come back. Nathan Baladares had a terrific game for the Saints. The senior scores here to cut the lead to 17-6. More Saints in the second half. Junior Brenton Gatches fires over the middle, hitting Robert Estrada, but not enough as Pioneer hangs on to win. Both teams enjoying chicken sandwiches from the Blossom Hill Road Chick-fil-A. After the game, we talked with Jesse Herrera, our Chick-fil-A MVP.
It meant a lot for us. You know, we came in here underdogs. We had to come out here, perform, put points on the board, stop them on defense all day. That's how we do it at Pioneer. I really like the touchdowns. Wish I got some more yards, but you know, it's good. We'll get more yards next week.
Here come the Live Oak Acorns as they get set for this rivalry matchup against Gilroy. First quarter, and the Acorns are on the attack. Christian Hoagie takes the carry, and the senior plows his way in for 6. Tack on the PAT, and it's 7-0 Live Oak. Later in the first, Luke Newell gets the pass off to Keaton Dietz, who sheds a few tackles, and the senior is loose. 48 yards to the house. PAT no good. 13-zip Acorns after 1. More Live Oak in the second quarter. This time Josh Gagney gets the rock and scampers in for a 6-yard touchdown. 20-0 Live Oak. Gilroy looking to get going on offense late in the first half. Talon Warren scrambling out and says, I'm just going to keep it. How about this 27-yard scramble for the senior? But the drive stalls. Late in the second, Luke Newell fires a quick pass out to Christian Hoagie, and man, this guy's got wheels. He was a state finalist in the 100-meter dash last spring. He would stop short of the goal line. Next play, give it to Hoagie. Touchdown, 26-0 Gilroy at the half. Hoagie finished with 2 rushing touchdowns. Well, so did Josh Gagney with 108 rushing yards. Live Oak just keeps pulling away. The Acorns offense was clicking on all cylinders, but their defense was lights out. Here's some proof. Spencer Westfield and Luke Ritchie get to the quarterback for the sack. And to put the nail in the coffin, Andon Rogers gets into the action and fires a pass to Tanner Holman for 6, and that requires a high five to the official. Live Oak rolls past Gilroy, winning 53-0.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award once again this season, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek at our end of the season awards banquet.
This week's volunteer is Rishan Patel from the Sarah Track and Field team. Rishan is the founder of Alley Oops Kids, a nonprofit organization building lockers full of donated sports equipment for underprivileged schools. This past July, Rishan received the Billie Jean King Youth Leadership Award at the ESPYs for his outstanding work in the community. Rishan talks about why it's so important to volunteer.
Well, for me, I always grew up wealthy, so I always grew up with, the proper equipment and all the cool Steph Curry shoes and whatnot. But, seeing kids in, Oakland and East Palo Alto, which are like 10 minutes, 30 minutes away from me, not having that equipment didn't sit right.
Gallo Salami helps us spotlight top athletes who are among the top recruits in the nation. This week's Gallo Salami top salami is Trevor Rogers from Acalanes. The Dawn Star receiver has committed to play next season at the University of California.
Coming up, Orange Lutheran takes on De La Salle in a big-time football matchup.
And Berkeley battles American in the pool as 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
The De La Salle Spartans made it to the Division I AA title game last season. The Spartans looking to improve on last season's 10-4 record, but their schedule, again, is super tough this season.
Yes, it is. De La Salle opening with Southern California power Orange Lutheran. The Lancers opened their season last week with an impressive 47-19 win over Serra of Gardena. Orange Lutheran and De La Salle, Friday night.
Tyler Flipson checking in. The De La Salle Spartans locked in Friday night for their season opener, hosting the Orange Lutheran Lancers. Lancers first. Tony Latif fires to the far side of Joseph De La Torre, and he'll muscle his way in to make it 7-0 Lancers. De La Salle responds. Toa Fa'ave on the keeper to the far hash with plenty of lead blocks, and he's in there with ease, knotted up at 7-all. Next Lancer possession now. Latif drops back, fires across the middle in the back of the end zone, the top shelf for Aaron Ia, touchdown! Lancers back on top, 14-7, end of the first. Big 4th and 4 here now for the Spartans. Fa'ave booting to his right, cuts back across the grain in a huge lane with room, shakes one tackle to eventually taken down for a big Spartan first down. Few plays later, Dominic Kelly punches it in through the pile, touchdown Spartans to tie it back up at 14-all. Into the second half now. Lancers, after marching down the field, Latif hands it off to Steve Chavez, and Chavez punches it in. 21-14 Lancers. De La looking to retaliate near the end of the third. A shot down the middle for a big pickup and room to run. But here comes Lancers. Wesley Barkdale with other plans. He says, I'll take that, and strips it. Massive turnover for the Lancers. Now make sure to catch this one, folks. Latif hands it off out of the gun to Chavez. Chavez finds a crease, shakes one defender, has room, shakes a second, a third, a fourth, stiff arms a fifth, and pulls away from the sixth with nothing but daylight. Touchdown, Lancers. What a dominant run by Chavez. Orange Lutheran would go on to score one more time and take the win over De La Salle with a stellar rushing performance by Chavez. Have a day, Steve.
Adrian Soriano here in Fremont as American takes on Berkeley Tuesday night. The Yellow Jackets get on the board first. Yair Sauce fires and hits from close range to give Berkeley a 1-0 lead. Now it's Yair Sauce on the attack again, and Yair finds the back of the net again as the Yellow Jackets take a 3-0 lead. But American gets one back late in the quarter. Vic Bala heaves one deep to Quinn Reese, who shoots and scores for the goal. 4-1 Yellow Jackets after one. Second quarter now, and Beckett Sauce finds Iman Kaffer, and Iman gets one of his 5 goals in the game. 8-2 Berkeley at the half. The Eagles trying to rally back in the second half. Carson Harris passes to Zekai Lian, and Zekai just gets the ball past the keeper, but Berkeley pulls away late. Beckett Sauce finds Yair Sauce, who gets the one-timer to go. Now it's Manel Grossi over to Iman Kaffer for another Yellow Jackets goal as Berkeley wins at 12-4 behind big games from Yair Sauce and Iman Kaffer.
The Harker School is dedicated to a superior education for all of its students, so Harker presents the Scholar Athlete Award each week.
This week's Scholar Athlete is Luke Baker, the star quarterback and baseball player from San Ramon Valley. Luke sports an impressive 4.5 GPA. Brought to you by the Harker School. Just before the start of school, grades 9 through 11 enjoyed fun team-building activities to prepare for the new school year as the Frosh met with their advisories and played games on Davis Field for Frosh Field Day. The sophomores helped one another through a challenging ropes course through the treetops, and the juniors searched for treasure on Angel Island. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play each week. This is a play showing the same type of grit and determination exemplified by all of the folks at Albany's Construction.
We'll show you the first Dirty Work play on next week's show. There is so much great content on our social media. Check us out all week long, everywhere, but especially on Instagram. We are at 49ers Cal High Sports on every single one of those services.
And remember, you can buy full game videos from any of the games we shoot every week. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order, and we will send you a copy to download.
Coming up, our NCS Monster Game. It's Miramonte and Berkeley.
And later, Reardon opens up against Sacred Heart Prep when 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, returns.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain. Hi, ladies. Alex from U.S. Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system that can track inventory, manage schedules, and customize orders? That's what U.S. Bank Business Essentials is for. What about a new oven? Can US Bank help us there?
We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes.
That would be a big help. Huge.
Jumbo.
Ginormous! Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what US Bank is for. We'll get there together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
This is a challenging profession where ordinary people are asked to do extraordinary things, running towards danger and answering the call for service. San Jose police officers strive to exceed the highest expectations of this profession, and with humility, strive to do even better. We build trust in our communities by getting to know our community. We connect to this community because we reflect it. We are diverse and from all walks of life, committed to each other and to this city. We never forget that what we do is a partnership with those we serve. To be a San Jose police officer, you must be willing to be your very best.
Your very best.
Your very best.
Your very best. Your very best.
To be part of the very best.
Always remain true. If getting sucked in the mouth, you can't handle that. Bring the fight to them today. Be pissed off about it.
Here comes Bosa. Bosa! Samuel again. Deebo Samuel's in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown, San Francisco!
Secure your seats at 49ers.com/tickets.
The Miramonte Matadors made it all the way to the NCS Division V final game last season with strong-armed quarterback Luke Duncan leading the way. Duncan is now at UCLA, so the Mats will have to regroup.
Miramonte with a tough opponent to start the season. Berkeley is super talented with junior wideout BJ Thurman getting lots of attention. The Yellow Jackets at Miramonte in our NCS Monster game. Our Nikon Shadoost was there.
Laces are tied, stands are full, and the lights are on at Miramonte High School as the Matadors get set to host the Berkeley Yellow Jackets to kick off the football season. Keep an eye on Miramonte's J.D. Pierce, a senior wide receiver who had 339 yards on 22 catches last season. He's set to line up as wide receiver 1 this year. On the Berkeley side, senior quarterback Drew Henderson enters his final year, coming off an impressive season with 2,758 yards and 38 touchdowns. The countdown to Friday Night Lights concludes as Berkeley takes on Miramonte in our NCS Monster game. The Matador student section ready to go as we approach kickoff. First half was scoreless until BJ Thurman tips the ball and intercepts it, taking it all the way home for the touchdown. PAT no good. Yellow Jackets lead 6-0 going into half. Second half now, Matadors threatening junior quarterback Mitch Reichenbach takes it himself down to the 1-yard line. Third down with sophomore Carson Blair in at QB. Carson runs it in for the touchdown. PAT good. Matadors take the lead 7-6. Miramonte on defense when Brody Bornstein picks off the pass and takes it the other way and turns on the Jets. The senior gets a huge return. Same drive, Blair connects with an open Finn McManus, who stays up and powers his way into the end zone. The Matadors go for 2 and are successful. Miramonte leads 15-6. Matador special teams forces a turnover on kickoff, then Blair airs it out to Andrew Bornstein, and the sophomore-to-sophomore connection get another 6 on the board for Miramonte. 21-6, Matadors lead. Fourth quarter, and the Blair-Bornstein duo find the end zone once again as the Matadors defeat the Yellow Jackets in week 1 of the football season behind a huge performance by Blair. Here is Andrew Bornstein after the game.
We just need to keep working during practice, keep conditioning, keep going 100%,
and just stay. We're all brothers. We're all a family here. And we just gotta stay our relationship. And yeah.
In Orinda with the NCS Monster Game, I'm Nikon Shadoost, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
The Brandon Bruins won league and section titles in volleyball last season. The girls ready to go again this year, and they met our Jake Vanderbrook at the Ricus Center to talk about it.
And we are here at the Ricus Center for Human Enhancement, where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the outstanding volleyball team from Brandon High School. Make some noise! Welcome to the Ricus Center. So first off, I'm going to start off with Giselle Payton, who's a junior. Giselle, this is a wonderful program who went on a marvelous run last year, a 30-win season. And not only that, they won a league title and a CCS title. Just talk about last year and just what that season meant for this program.
Last season meant so much to our program. We won my freshman year CCS. To go back-to-back was just such an amazing experience. And to get to do it with such an amazing group of girls and the community being so supportive, it's been just overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to make my way over to Andra Inake. So, Andra, you know, I know you've been practicing with these ladies for the first few weeks. A lot of new faces, but there's also some returners. Just talk about the team chemistry thus far.
So far, it's been really great. Last season, we definitely had a lot of chemistry, and I think bringing in all of these people is just making us stronger. And we're already starting with a lot of team bondings and everything, so it's been really great.
Yeah, and this is the first season in your varsity career that you're without your older sister, Alexia Inake. By the way, just to give you a little context, Alexia was our CCS Scholar Athlete of the Year last fall. So what's it going to be like without playing with your older sister, Alexia?
It's definitely going to be very different, a little bit sad to not be playing with her anymore, but I'm excited to kind of fill her spot and take some leadership over the team, so that should be fun.
For sure. And finally, I'm going to make my way over to Rebecca Sung. So Rebecca, you know, the expectations are really high for this program. You know, what is it going to take for this team to make another run like you did last year for a CCS title?
Yeah, coming off of our back-to-back championship season, we're definitely experiencing a lot of pressure, but our team has been working hard during practices, and we're excited and ready.
Awesome. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Now take us out with a cheer.
Bruins on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3. Bruins! 4, 5, 6, family!
Tyler Flipson checking in. The girls from Brandon playing Thursday night in front of a very excited crowd ready to host the Harker Eagles. These Lady Bruins come out dominant early. Casey Nguyen lasers in the serve. Eagles for the dig, but it's too much. Nguyen with the ace, 8-3 Bruins in the first. Brandon keeps it rolling. Giselle Payton with the dig. Maisie Wong the set. Brianna Del Zocchio and Brianna for the kill, extending the Bruin lead. Eagles firing back. Navia Samuel with the lofted serve. Bruins for the dig, but can't land it. Samuel for the ace, making it 22-20 Bruins. Brandon's Rebecca Sung with the quick thinking here. Wong for the set, and here comes the blazing Payton for the booming kill, and she is loving it. Brandon takes the first set. Bruins keeping the same momentum in the second. Nguyen sets it, and here's, you guessed it, Payton dropping it with some touch. Bruins up 16-6 in the second. More Bruins action now. Nguyen for the dig. Wong with a set over to Sung for the kill, further stretching the Brandon lead. Set point in the second now. Payton with the dig. Wong for the set. Del Zocchio for the monster kill to take the second set 25-11. The Lady Bruins never let off the throttle even once in the third set. Sung digs. Wong for the set back across, and no other than Payton for the kill. The Bruins starting their season with the win over Harker, 3-0 with little thanks to Payton's 15 kills.
Coming up, Sacred Heart Prep taking on Reardon in San Francisco.
But first, here is our top 10 girls volleyball poll.
The Reardon Crusaders getting some strong new talent this season to help battle in the very competitive West Catholic League.
The Crusaders with a tough first game taking on the Gators from Sacred Heart Prep. The Gators moving to the new Peninsula Bay Division, which is really tough. An early season test for both teams at Reardon on Friday.
Adrian Soriano here in San Francisco as Reardon takes on Sacred Heart Prep. The Crusaders make their presence felt early. Michael Mitchell Jr. fires and hits Chris Lawson, who runs to the far sideline and turns on the Jets. 85 yards to glory. Welcome to Reardon, Mr. Lawson. 6-0 Crusaders. Reardon on the attack again. Mitchell connects with Sinai Thomas, who makes the catch for a big gain. Then it's Michael Mitchell Jr. scrambling and finding Tyrone Jackson in the end zone as the Crusaders take a 13-0 lead. Still in the first, Mitchell launches one deep into the end zone for Tyrone Jackson, who comes up with a spectacular catch. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. 20-0 Reardon Crusaders. Sacred Heart Prep looking to answer back. Jack Sully rolls to the right and hits Jack Gertner for a first down. The Gators would later get a field goal, 20-3 Reardon after one. The Crusaders on the board again in the second, give it to Isatolo Tugamusu, who runs it to pay dirt for 6, 27-3 Reardon. Then later in the quarter, Mitchell will do it with his legs this time for another Crusader touchdown as Reardon takes a 33-3 lead at the half. Second half now when Gio Mercurio drills a 22-yard field goal through the uprights, 36-3 Reardon. Sacred Heart Prep answers back later in the quarter, handed to Ravu Savali, who finds the hole and turns on the Jets. 77 yards to the house, but not enough as Reardon wins it 36-17 for its first win of the season. Michael Mitchell Jr.'s big game against Sacred Heart Prep is this week's Mattress Firm Peak Performance. The right mattress matters to reach your peak performance. Visit a Mattress Firm store today.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week they bring us the Be Happy Play. This is a play in a game that made everyone happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Sarah Padres, Milwaukee Smith, to Nana Latu, to Charlie Willie with the razzle dazzle for a Padres touchdown, and the student section was pretty happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but it's usually not.
First, here's this week's training tips by our good friends at the Reiki Center.
I am Coach Andrew Havili here at the Reiki Center, and today's training tip is a single arm cable high-low row. Cole is going to stand split leg, holding the handle in one hand. He's going to pull straight down and back. Great alternative to a seated cable row, lat pull down, or pull up. Get a lot of lat activation in a stabilized athletic position.
Time to announce the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It'll end every show.
We show you all of the contenders, some really great plays that we liked, and then announce this week's Service by Medallion Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We start off with Samandi Scott from St. Mary's, ripping the ball away from the quarterback and falling in for the touchdown. How about Menlo Atherton's Alec Marshall with this spectacular catch in the end zone? But here's a better catch from Tyrone Jackson of Reardon with a circus catch for the score. But the play of the week has to go to Bellarmine's Connor Tripp with this 55-yard field goal. That's right, you heard it. 55 yards, let's see it in slow-mo. Connor Tripp, you just won the Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers. Did I scare you? Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week to see the story of the St. Francis Lancer quarterback overcoming cancer to play this season. We'll see you then.
I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check back every Sunday night.
And watch us every Sunday night at 6 and 10 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.